Go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Roch3llo, and I'm here with Kham. We're doing just a kind of casual, what we call Talk Box Eavesdrop. And we're just going to kind of chat about some random topics here, touch on Orlando. And we were kind of in the middle of a conversation speaking about YouTube and how people apply the information that they receive through the videos of YouTube, and just a general conversation. It's nothing really specific. Okay?
Hey. Hi, Rochelle.
Hello.
Just telling everyone it's June 17th, 2016. And we're excited. It's so fun doing audios with you, Rochelle. I really enjoy this.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think you're going to upload the 14 minutes that we did it was 2 years ago, dude.
Was that holy cow, 2 years ago?
It had to be, right? 2 years ago in the flesh.
Yes, Rochelle and I met in Troutdale, Oregon.
Yeah.
And we sat down for dinner and had a conversation.
That's so awesome with the bar sounds and the clinking glasses, the waitress. Yeah. Come on, that 13 minutes, y'all should have fun.
We're eating dinner, okay?
Yeah.
So mind our chewing and talking. It's super casual.
Super casual.
Super cash. So that's what you're going to listen to.
So is that going to be uploaded or?
Yeah, we're figuring out what to do with that. So you can look forward to a little bit of history. And hey, it still holds true today. You know what we were saying.
I think so.
Stands the test of time.
I think so. I honestly, I stopped at I had like 5 or 6 minutes left. So where we started laughing and stuff like that. And that's why I wrote you like, we have such a fucking good time. We were pretty funny, dude.
That was, yeah. Just at the end, I think I'm making fun of people. So I don't want to put, we were doing that. That's not nice to put out. Yeah, no, that should just stay between us.
So you cut that out or?
Not yet.
Oh. So
that's why we don't want to upload it yet.
That 13 minutes is not going to be a total 13 minutes. It's going to be less.
Maybe 12, 11.
Maybe 12. Okay, we're gonna minus a minute and a half or so out of that. All right.
Yeah. I don't want to start any wars here.
Yeah, to listen to that whole 13 minutes.
It'll be good. But
anyway, yeah. They were having a good time already. Yet to gain.
That's right. It's gonna start. We got a lot of interesting things happening lately. It's crazy.
It's too crazy. Interesting in what aspect?
That the media's up to their shenanigans again. Mass killing and shooting, and so everyone runs to the internet. What's going on? Let's go ask the internet.
Mm-hmm. And the internet, and when you go ask the internet asks you for money. Would you like to donate to? Yeah.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
Hundreds killed.
/ backspace blank spot insert name. GoFundMe, whatever.
Again, is that such a pattern?
Dude.
As we look at these hoaxes, we should start to be building a template.
Man, God, I was just thinking that, Kay. I was like, I think that as this goes on, because of what I'm kind of thinking about now about this case, as these cases progress, I feel like the pattern shall be revealed, and I hope that they're using the same, the same, what would you call it?
Template?
Yeah, the same template to run these operations so that we could fucking pin down the pattern, but I have a feeling that they may not be. And so it could be a alternating pattern where there's you're a mathematician, where it's a pattern. There's multiple patterns within the pattern,
Right.
So
yes. But you know what? That will show in itself, in time.
Over time. Only over time. That sucks.
There'll probably be categories like,
yes,
per event. I bet we could pin that shit down.
Right, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for one single pattern. I'm looking for a multitude of patterns mixed in with each other. And I don't even know what I'm looking for even then. So, but I feel like, case. So yeah, it's funny because I'm on this job. We're building this high school, Roosevelt High School, and we put panels up on the school, all around the school, and the panels are different. They look different or whatever. They're the same color or whatever, but there's a pattern to it. And I was telling the guys, I was like, oh guys, I think that I see the pattern now on the wall. Like when we're putting the panels up, they're like, there is no pattern. And so, like 2 weeks later, the general contractor, I'm standing out there looking at the wall, and the general contractor comes up to me and he's like, hey, do you see the pattern on the wall yet at the panels? I was like, you serious? I was like, I think that I do. It has something to do with the spacing and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, kind of. He's like, it's the wind, the way the wind blows and stuff like that. The panels get bigger and smaller, then bigger and smaller. And, like with their spacing and stuff, it's kind of hard to explain, but and I told him that. I was like, yeah, see, I told these guys that there was a pattern, but they told me there is no pattern. He's like, there's always a pattern. He's like, there's always a pattern. And that's the big difference. I know it. I knew it, dude. Yeah. So
there's always a pattern.
Always a pattern. So yeah.
That's right. That is the definition of mathematics.
Yes. That's how you figure out formulas and everything. Yeah. I love it.
You're a mathematician. You don't even know it. That's why we get along so well.
I'm a mathematician without numbers. I can't. I can solve
that's it.
As long as
that's math. Yeah, no, that's okay. Math is just the study of patterns. If you can recreate a pattern, you're doing math.
I wish you could be my personal trainer for math. What do you call that? Personal trainer for math.
Tutor,
idiot. Yeah.
Get down there. Give me 50. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Can I do it on my knees? Yeah.
Repeat that now.
I was just talking to Zach about you and how, oh man, I was like, Zach, I want to take a math class right now because I know Kay would be able to help me with it. It'd be amazing, dude. We have so much fun. I'd learn so much. But yeah.
Oh, you would. I promise. I won't be drunk when I teach you.
I will be. But
you get the best out of me.
But I will be, yeah. You guys were always drunk on this show, by the way. And
it's the requirement.
It's a requirement.
You have to drink. You have to be drunk to listen too.
You gotta be extremely drunk, and with the concoction of drugs ingested inside of you. Then maybe you'll understand what we're saying.
Perhaps. But for those who aren't, we'll try to be as clear as we can under the circumstances.
I'll put the beard. No more shots for me.
Put that down. So what's the last YouTube video, Rochelle, you watched?
Cool. Do you want to know literally the last YouTube video I watched?
Yeah.
Or the video on a certain specific topic?
I'll let you figure out what to say. Whatever you want.
The last YouTube video I watched was a French music video. Literally, but
do you have a favorite group?
I have a couple favorite rappers. Yeah, I do. A couple of them.
Fun. You should play some.
Oh, yeah. Everybody might fucking pull out their gats and start blasting their neighborhoods down if I play some of my gangster rap. No. Yeah, I love it. It's great. But the last YouTube video that I watched that was pertaining to our subject, our topic of conversation, I think that I watched the guy that we were talking about, that I told you about, from Orlando. I watched a 1 minute clip, I believe, what's like a minute and a half off CNN of him being interviewed or something like that. So that's literally the last video that I watched, and that was like Wednesday. It's Friday now.
Okay, you just dropped a bomb right there. You said you know a guy who knows someone who was in the Orlando shooting.
I do. Can anybody believe that? That's fucking crazy. Yeah. I know a guy who claims that he knows a guy, and I was just saying,
2 degrees of separation, 3 degrees.
On K. When people say that they know somebody, that's why I was just listening to our thing about how you know, the doctor says that he worked on somebody in surgery. Like, did he really, or is he making, you know, just bigger claims than just because that's just what people do. You know what I mean? Just kind of blowing up the story a little bit. Is this guy? He says that it was his friend. He had a friend who was there who lost both his friends, and so the more and more that I question him, it turns out like, okay, yeah, you know him, you know of him. You never talked to him, did you? Okay, you're not really friends like that. You've never really hung out with him. You don't really know this guy. You know of him, right? So, you know, once you get down to deep, because people are not going to ask questions like that. But what it really comes down to is he knows of the guy. He's seen him around. He knows who he is. He's never hung out with him. He never talked to him about the situation or anything. So, but he's going to claim he has a friend that he, you know what I mean? And people are going to take that as they hear it. So.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what it started feeling like.
Mm-hmm. So the story.
Okay, these guys spread the word.
Yes, just like
for
that.
Free.
Just exactly, because they're taking the claim. It's like it's a claim of fame for Joel. What's this guy's name? It's a claim of fame for him. Like, I know a guy. I have a friend who was there. You know what I mean? It's like he's not even you weren't friends with. He was a year under him. You know what I mean? I don't really know how to lay into this because I've done a little bit of research and I stopped because the stomach started turning. And did you just want me to tell the story or?
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
I apologize for the rambling. It was Wednesday. I go to class Wednesday and stuff, and there's a bar across the street from school. And, you know, the funny thing is, it's usually just me and these other couple guys, like just the 3 black guys or whatever. And we all just hang out in the bar. Joel never shows up to the bar ever, you know, but I guess he was hungry that day. He didn't even drink anyway. But, so Joel, this guy who's in my class, and I've been in class with these guys. By the way, this is the same class. We've been in the same class together for 3 years. So we're going to be in class together for another year. So I've known these guys for like 3 years, you know.
And it's the class you have to take for your job.
Yeah. So it's our sheet metal apprenticeship class. We go there every week. Every week we meet, and we've been doing this for 3 years now. Of course, we have breaks in the summertime.
These are tough dudes. They're not like tie-wearing dudes. They're like outside leather hands working dudes.
They're construction workers, yeah.
Construction workers, right. Okay.
Yep. Sheet metal guys.
Sheet metal guys. Okay.
Yeah, and funny thing is Joel went to school for being a lawyer before he started doing sheet metal. I don't know if he passed or not, but anyway, he was going to be a lawyer, you know. So these are smart guys too, by the way. These guys aren't dumb.
Right.
Kind of.
Right. Well, they got to be clever. You're right, to do their job properly. Yeah.
And Joel, and by the way, let me mention, Joel is actually the smartest guy in our class, by the way. We have these nationwide, conventions, not conventions, but they're like, what would you call them? Competitions for sheet metal, where we go and you build ductwork and you do this, and you take a test, 100 question test, and whoever scores the highest in has to go, and they have to do all the ductwork preparation, the layout and everything, and they do it in front of them. Then if they win that, then they go to Florida and they win nationals and stuff like that. And so, you know, Joel is the guy that does that. He got, I scored a 50. Nobody really scores high. I was a top 5. But Joel came in late. He was number 1. You know what I mean? 76 out of 100 or whatever. So, he's a smart guy. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah, the smartest in our class. But anyway, he was just saying that obviously because the news is playing in the bar and stuff, and it's the only thing that anybody's talking about. So he says, like, yeah, I had a friend who was there, and he lost both of his friends at the bar. And I'm just like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, and so I actually got up and I left the bar and I went and sat in the back of we're at the bar, and I went and sat at a table because I didn't want to hear them talking about it, okay? Because this is all people have been talking about for the last couple of days. They just bring it up and they just start going like, man, I can't believe he did that. Like, man, that's so crazy, that Orlando thing. And they just go on and on about, and so,
let's refresh the audience listening that this is about a recent news event in Orlando, Florida, and a nightclub called Pulse. So some dude, Omar Mateen, went in with a automatic weapon and mowed down 50 people dead and about 50 people injured. Is that the story?
Rambo. I haven't even looked into yeah.
The story. Like, how much damn ammo was he carrying, and when did he change clips, and why did they tackle him?
High body count. Crazy, dude. I would have fucking...
Really, that... He's not scared. Just standing there getting ready to get mowed. Really?
He's not scared to get caught or shot or... you know what I mean?
How did he get past the bouncers?
See... Exactly, dude. You're not getting... I'd go to clubs, dude. That ain't happening, dude. He's had to have a backpack or... They're gonna pat... I don't care if it's a gay club or not, dude. Especially in Orlando, they're gonna pat you down, dude. They're gonna touch your body. It's not happening.
There's no way they look in your purse if it's bigger than your hand. There is no way.
Yeah, they're gonna touch your body.
You get in.
If you have
the whole thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that's the.
We're talking about all the unlikely scenarios. It's like, what are they, gay, so they can't tackle the dude? Really, right. You're gonna let some dude you're gonna run? Oh my God, he's got a gun!
Gay guys are like the most violent fucking guys ever, dude. They're like, yeah, like. Are you kidding me? The fucking no way.
I'd charge him. I would charge him.
Exactly.
He can't kill us all.
That's why a guy can't actually be a fucking girl, because he's gonna turn into a man, dude. I don't care what kind of, like, some of these gay guys will turn into men, dude, like real quick on you, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not
right. Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna turn into a man on you, dude, and fucking lay it down on you if you fucking start for sure. So. Yeah, right. There's a lot of these catty gay guys. Yeah, right. Like, if you put that gun in my face, I'm gonna slap it right out of your hand. Like, these catty guys. Yeah, right, dude. Please.
Yeah, yeah. Come on. Everyone would protect their own.
In my face. Slap him. Right? Yeah, they're not gonna fucking play around.
No. It's ridiculous what they're expecting us to believe. So you're watching this news event unfold. You're understanding how ridiculous it is. And the guys at the bar are talking about it. And the guy next to you divulges he knows someone.
Yes. He went to school.
He went to school.
Because these guys, that's like I say, okay, Kay, let me kind of digress slightly here. This is just kind of another thing. These guys that I go to school with, this construction community that I'm in, there's a lot of guys that live in Sandy, like a lot of these owners, stuff like that. A lot of guys live in Sandy, Oregon. And then there's a lot of people who live out in Canby and, like Damascus. You know, there's like these little country towns that all these people hail from. They all know each other. They grew up together. Do you know what I'm saying? But they all work at all these companies around around Portland, basically. Portland's pretty small, and it's are
they middle class type families or upper middle class?
I would say that they're probably middle class, upper middle class, hovering in between. You know, upper middle class probably. You know, these guys make good money or whatever. They live out in the country. They like to have their land and stuff like that. You know, they're rednecks and stuff. So Canby is one of these places. It's a little bit further out. You know, Malala, Canby. And another place, you know, Sandy, Oregon. And so in Sandy, Oregon, which is, you know, like 10 minutes down the road from me here, you know, a lot of these guys live out here. Even, see, the owner, the two companies that I work for, the owner lives in Sandy, and the company that I work for now, the owner also lives in Sandy. And then all their sons, they all live in Sandy. They all have big houses out there and stuff like that. And then also the Gold Rush guys, the show Gold Rush.
Yeah.
These guys are from Sandy, Oregon. It was started out there, and they know these guys. You know what I mean? They all know each other. You know what I mean? They've all worked together. Like this guy, Phil, what's his name? Phil, I don't know. I guess I've looked him up. He's got the mustache or whatever from, I don't know how many seasons ago that was, from Gold Rush or Gold Diggers, whatever the thing is. But, you know, these guys that I work for, stuff like that, he did sheet metal. They worked with them years ago. They tell me stories about, you know what I mean? So it's this really weird thing where these podunk towns in Oregon are getting a lot of like reality TV, or a lot of people who are, getting in the spotlight that are coming from these little towns here. You know what I'm saying? Canby and Sandy especially. Sandy's got something weird. Sandy just, I mean, if you look into Gold Rush and stuff like that, you know, all these guys are from Sandy, Oregon. And then, you know, thinking about my construction career, everybody's from Sandy. They all live out. So anyway, you know, Joel and them, they're from Canby. He went to high school in Canby High School. And so did this guy who was at the Orlando shooting. His name is Brandon. He's told me Brandon. Let me look it up. I saved it. Because he gave me two different names. He said Brandon Wolf, and I looked it up. And I was like, Brandon Wolf? I can't find it. Tell me more. And he said, oh, no, that's my other friend. It's Brandon. God damn it.
So Joel Canby, C-A.
N-B-Y. Yep. And I sent you a... This is so stupid. My screenshots. Here we go. His name is...
Joel Canby is the friend, you know.
Oh, it is Brandon Wolf. No, Joel. No. Canby, Oregon is a city in Oregon. I don't know Joel. I don't know Joel's last name. Who's my?
Oh, okay.
My class.
Joel the friend. Okay.
Joel the friend. Yeah, and he's from Canby, Oregon, and so is Brandon Wolf, W-O-L-F, who was in the shooting. And you can look him up. If you look him up, Brandon Wolf, you can look up his Twitter and everything. He's from Canby, Oregon. And so, you know, Joel's telling me stories about this. Like, he was actually a year under Joel. And he said that Brandon Wolf was the valedictorian that year, first class, stuff like that, and he gave a speech and everything. And he told me about, you know, he's like, it was really funny, his speech and stuff like that. He said something about, since you guys the teachers didn't expect stuff from us this year, that's why we all failed or something like that. I don't know. But Joel was trying to tell me something about Brandon Wolf's valedictorian speech. So he knows this guy. This guy's from Canby, Oregon. And
that's why he said he knows him. He heard of a guy who heard of him or saw him walking around school, whatever.
He saw him walking around school. He said he's talked to him. He said hey to him before and stuff like that. Right. He knows who he is. He's known him. He's a year ahead of him. You know, he's not hanging out with this gay guy. Whatever, but he knows.
Now, how long is this after? When's the last time he talked to his friend?
Exactly. You know, Joel's got to be my age. How old is Brandon? We've been graduated for 10 years now. You know what I mean?
Oh, so Brandon could have gone to college, joined the CIA, did special training, and come back.
Or Brandon could have went and did a reality TV show, just like somebody else who was in the shooting, and did all this and still be acting and stuff like that. Now, can you believe
that? Oh my God, what?
Then Joel,
damn it, you're smart.
So
I like that.
As I'm asking Joel these questions, like, you know, so where is he from? You know, who do you so you don't know him, you know of him, you didn't really talk to him. Like, oh yeah, he posted all this on Facebook. That's how he found out all this information. Like, get out of here, Joel. And so, you know, I'm asking Joel, like, so yeah, he's from Canby, he's in Orlando. What does he do for work, Joel? He's like, I think he's in advertising or something. He's like, yeah, he does advertising or something like that for a company. Like, I was like, come on, Joel. You know what I mean? Come on, man. He's like, what? It's like, just get real, man. Like, you can't see that? Yeah, so he knows that he works for an advertising company, marketing and stuff like that. And this Brandon Wolf guy, and he's like, and he was also in a reality TV show not too long ago. And so I looked it up, and he was in the reality TV show called The Candy Factory, and they list where he's from and everything.
Candy Factory?
So it's K-A-N-D-I. And so, you know, and then I'm listening to Ab and stuff like that and their thing, and they're talking about some other girl who was in a reality TV show who was also at the shooting. And so, you know, I'm playing devil's advocate thinking here that, yeah, okay, you know, what are the chances that multiple reality TV stars would be in one club at the same time? Well, if you're a reality TV star and you have friends, and your friends might be in reality TV too. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of people from reality TV. But I don't know. That's the only argument you could make there. But then on the other hand, too, it's like, they're in TV, dude. All these people who are being spotlighted have been spotlighted before. And I just always find that interesting that the only people who make it through the media, they always have a past with the media from years before. Now, I'm sure that there's genuine scenarios where that happens, but there's an overall, there just seems like there's just too much consistency with that, you know?
I mean, that's a trip. You know, I used to watch The Candy Factory, by the way.
I never even heard of it, Kay. I never even heard of it.
Well, because
it was hard for me.
Some other people were on her show that, you know, it started from the Real Housewives, and then they have offshoots, and then they have offshoots.
Right.
So, you know, not a bunch of it, just a couple, but it's like, wow, man.
Yeah, I think that there's something else going on with these reality TV shows, and I think that they're more than what they seem to be. You know, yeah, they put on a little show, a little edited show for us, but there's something else going on behind the scenes as far as how they're generating these people and you know, what they move on to do. I think that there's a deeper reason for these reality TV shows and getting these people gathered in these situations to make them portray, quote unquote, real life to us. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's a different reason why they're doing that, you know? And I'm just now thinking that, so.
Right.
Because, you know, there's a lot of these people that come, I mean, there's a lot of these people that come from these shows. It's like they have to give them a background, and that's where they're creating it right there. But there's a lot of people that come from these reality TV shows and venture on to do different things or be, you know, yeah, that's the, you know, that's the plausible deniability is that's the normal trajectory of the way things work is you're going to get you're going to network and stuff like that. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I just don't want to be so naive and think that that's the case.
Yeah, it can't all be by accident. I think this sort of demonstrates what a closed group everything really is.
That's what I mean. Yeah, there's a closed circuit. You know, we've talked about social walls and how we're all behind our own social wall. I don't know. I sent you a couple Snapchats of those towers or whatever, if you saw those, but you know, people living in their big condos looking down on us, 100 stories in the air. Right. You know, yeah. I don't know any of those people. You know what I mean? They drive by me. They don't want anything to do with me. You know what I mean? And it's the same way that we look at bums. I don't know any of those bums. They don't know me. People sleeping on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? So there's this huge social wall, and yeah.
There's I just found a video, Brandon Wolf's audition video for Candy Factory, so we get to see him auditioning to be on the TV show. You want me to send you the link?
Please.
All right, it's pretty cray. He's really gaying it up.
Oh, I said please. I said please don't. Okay.
Please don't. I'm sorry. It's not like the one I sent you before.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah. I just want to play a little bit of his voice for people.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you might not hear. I'm sorry you can't hear this. I don't know how to have her hear what I play.
I'll watch it later.
Or you can watch it now while I play it, and then you can
How
hear
long
it
is
too.
it?
Oh, we'll just listen to like 30 seconds of it.
Okay.
Okay, so did you have your video up?
I don't. Oh, no more.
Oh, no moment. That way we can watch it at the same time and share the experience.
The same damn time. The same damn time.
So for people at home, it's the Brandon J. Wolf's audition video for the Candy Factory casting. Just Google that. It's a Vimeo.
All right, let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Candy, what's up? I'm Brandon. I'm 23. I'm actually originally from Portland, Oregon. Not Portland, Oregon. I'm actually originally from Canby, Oregon. You want to look that up. It's near Portland. It has about 10 people and about 1,000 horses. So you do the math on that one. I don't live there anymore. I live in Orlando, Florida.
He's an actor.
And I make my living.
Stop. Okay. He even said in the video, I'm from Portland. No, wait. I'm from Canby, Oregon. He said what you said. He's just saying it.
Yeah. I've never even seen this video. I've never even watched anything. Yeah. This is disgusting.
Wow. So we've tracing one of the actors back to
their home.
He's not a sim. He's a real damn person.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's an actor too. You can tell he's acting it up in that video. And he lives in Orlando and he dances at Walt Disney World. Damn it.
And he is said to have been killed in the shooting?
No. He's not dead, Kay. He's on the news and stuff like that. His friends, I shall send you the link. I shall send you the picture. His friends, Christopher and Juan, died. So he's all over the news. He's being invoked. Christopher's mom is on the news talking about Brandon, talking about how they're telling their story. So he's a survivor and a witness, and he's there to tell us what happened.
Oh my God! Look
he
at
also
that.
works in advertising, and that's good. I just feel like the pattern of a piece of the pattern is being revealed, and I don't even know where to put this piece of the puzzle. But it's I'm gonna have a hard time watching that video, dude. It's 10 minutes, and
Right. So let's sum up. Try and wrap our brain around this new kind of paradigm we're looking at here.
Okay.
So it appears like who you see in the videos of the news events of the people around the survivors who do the interviews. It appears they're real people.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they're not just they're troops of actors.
Mm-hmm. He's an actor. He is an actor.
So because we have one right here, we have an example right here of a dude, confirmed real human, not a sim, and he's playing himself too, right?
He's playing himself. He can be whoever he wants
as himself. But
this is the reality TV scenario. Yeah.
You have to play yourself if you're. Oh my God! Right? You do have to play yourself when it's reality TV. But what will they do for money as their self?
Oh, they magnify themselves. They aren't themselves anymore. Once you play yourself, you're no longer yourself. You're a dramatization of yourself. You can't play yourself without dramatizing. You know what I mean? It's like anybody imitating somebody's voice. And how do you imitate them? You say their thing. You say the things that they say and stuff like that. So you're dramatizing. You're magnifying this person's eccentricity. I don't know. I'm so bad at speaking, you guys. But you're magnifying this person's eccentrics, basically. You know what I mean? That's how you. That's just my opinion, of course. But,
right. And this dude, man, he had such an outfit on in this.
Audition. Yeah, and of course that's probably how anybody would audition anything. They would you're playing yourself. You're dramatizing.
Right, he's playing a role for the
right.
video because he's got his big bib sideways hat on and giant glasses and earphones around
headphones.
His neck.
Yeah,
headphones
like he's a little kid
thing. Yeah,
it's disgusting. Yeah,
but he made it, I guess, onto the show even. So he has IMDb credit for that.
Did he? Yeah. I mean, how do they get onto those? Let me. I'm trying to send you this picture of his friend that died, and they have a GoFundMe page, so I'd like to put the link out there if anybody would like to donate some money. They only raised $35,000 in like 2 days, so I think that they could use $20
for Brandon.
No, not for Brandon. For Christopher and Juan. Let me see the link here real quick. Those are
his two friends. Yeah, right.
I can't get
Did Brandon get shot, or he just witnessed
No,
it?
he was in the bathroom, pulling out his little winky, using it. And because nature calls,
and all.
Yeah, because nature calls, he lived to see another day and tell us all about it.
Thank you for forever, linking urination to your friends' lives.
I think it's interesting how nobody was drunk at like 2 a.m. Like, shouldn't you just be completely fucking plastered and wasted? And like, I mean, maybe that's the reason why 50 people died then, right? He killed all the drunk people. Everybody that was sober survived, and they're here on the news to talk to you about it right away, completely coherent and, not looking like they've partied a day in their life, basically.
Right. Have you ever, they're just, that's the dangers of drinking. Watch out.
Exactly.
Don't drink at nightclub. Have you ever been to a gay bar, gay club?
I have. And yeah, and when they say gay bar or gay club, they literally mean gay bar, gay club. It's for guys. It has nothing to do with, like, there will be girls that show up, but it's like,
It's kind of, we've got a couple in Seattle. One of them is Neighbors, and the other's Our Place. Yeah, they're fun. I've been to both of them. I love it there. It's great. It's
I'd rather
a wonderful place. I'd go. I
if
love the
you were
people
gay
there.
guy.
Anybody.
Yeah, I don't
Who
have
do
a
you
problem
think
with
that?
gay clubs.
They're great. Are you kidding?
There's
Everybody goes there. All the adults. That's where if you want to have a good grown-up fun time, you go to a gay club, a gay bar.
But I feel like I could just go to a regular bar and have a good time too. That's the thing.
No, you can, but here you can like dance and I don't know. It's a little more
that
dancey,
is
maybe.
that is the only place that you can dance.
Yeah.
True. No.
Serious. I've been looking all over for dancing. It's hard to
Dance
find.
you can't yet. You have
Kay
to
likes to
start
dance on
Did you guys
occasion.
know that you can't dance unless you're at a gay bar?
You can't, no.
So if you're at a place and you're dancing, then it is a gay bar, and you didn't know that.
Really, go to your local tavern, try to dance.
Yeah, you just
You
try.
look like a crazy person.
Yeah. That's what you look like, but you probably feel really cool if you're dancing.
I'd have to be really drunk, maybe, to feel really cool.
Completely fucked up, yeah. I wouldn't be dancing like, why is she spitting? Like, I am looking for the bathroom, dude. I'm about to throw up.
But it's so funny, I mean, a gay club, gay nightclub is like any nightclub. Anywhere. You have your exact same proportion of everything. In fact, it's 50% men, 50% women. Every gay nightclub I've been in, it's just as many women as men. Because who do these gay people live with? They live with female friends, most likely.
Oh, God. I thought that was a trick question.
Oh, serious. That's what I see.
Step down. Well, I think that from what I see, I don't go to gay clubs. People don't, it's CC Slaughters down here that's downtown. CC Slaughters, there's Holocene. Now, Holocene is kind of a gay club, but see, this is the one that's I like to go to Holocene. Zach doesn't like to go to Holocene. I like to go to Holocenes for there's some cool girls there. And it's not as gay.
There's a lot of lesbians at the gay club.
Yeah, no,
I get hit on a lot by those
There's
guys.
not, but only at Holocene though. At CC Slaughters, it's more like gay guys. You know what I mean? And it's guys that run around their Speedos and stuff like that. At the Holocene, it's a mixture. It's the 50-50 that you're talking about. There's, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of, straight girl, you know what I mean? There's a lot of more girls basically. So yeah, if I go to a gay club, I don't have a problem, but I can have a good time without a guy running around in a Speedo shaking his butt. So I don't really need
those are funny. Seriously. They're so funny when they put those guys up on the stands, make them dance in their Speedos. And it doesn't really, it's just, I have to giggle at it. It's pretty funny.
Gay guys are so loud now that I think about it. Oh my God! Ah! Sorry.
Though what I experienced especially if you go to Neighbors, right? They're one of the few places they're open till 4 a.m., but they stop serving liquor at 2.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really a community service. Then, all the drunks, wander over. They have to pay their cover, obviously. So they make a ton of money. But they're all stumbling in and they just dance their drunk off.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
That's
fun
awesome. Though. At a point, you're one big mass of people just wanting love, man.
Oh yeah,
so
man.
Friendly.
Oh, yeah. So that's where we're going when I go to. You couldn't hang out with me like that anyway, Kay. You'd end up in the hospital.
I might.
I might.
Yeah, I might. But I don't know. I had a pretty fun time at the gay clubs, but had to stop doing that. Sometimes responsibility gets in the way.
That was 70 years ago. Last time.
So, my purpose of going into that is to show that a gay club is not what they're showing on the media. They're not these weird freako. I mean, they are weird and freako, but those are just outfits. They're really outfits, though. Inside those outfits are just real people just dancing and having fun and wanting acceptance.
And when we say real people, what we mean by real people is they shit and they fart. Okay?
Yeah. Yes, it's a requirement.
That's what we mean when we say real people. Just get that down.
So in the video, the news, and I think that's part of the PSYOP, is for the divide from the regular. They laid love. This is how it works, man. Divide and conquer. It's demographic specific targeting. they divide each little group and then they attack them, and they have to make the group in order to attack it. You know, really get a good attack.
Well,
you need a pretty specific.
You got to build
group
it to tear it down to make everybody's hearts break. You know, it's almost like them. You know, it's almost like them. All the assassinations on black leaders. You know what I mean? Like they build up this huge, great leader. You got to build them up and make everybody believe in them. So when you rip them away from people, it just rips. It's supposed to rip their heart out and soul and just take every hope. And you know what I mean? So yeah, it's like the Twin Towers. That's exactly what I say. Like, of course they built it knowing they were going to take it down. They had to build it to take it down to make all this happen. You know what I mean? The first thing they got to do is build it, and then they can talk about how they're going to take it down.
That's right. I mean, that's pretty good logic.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they built it to take it down because it was part of the dang plan.
Yeah.
If they had the plan before the building was built. Wow, the planning behind this is amazing, though. Really. You know,
yeah, I think it's something that I don't even try and act like I know or could ever know anything about it because it just seems like it's something that I'll just never understand. I'll only be able to get a piece and portion of it of how they plan these things and how these things work. Like I said, the pattern, and it seems like it'll just be a forever mystery that
But you know what? This is, like you said, this is a big piece of it because what we confirmed is, are these people that we see being interviewed real? Are they Sims? Are they fake?
I've been off that though for a little bit. I'm just trying to figure out how they get these people out in the community. I feel like with all these generations that come and go, you know what I mean? They're fucking, there's all kinds of spooks everywhere, dude, that don't even know that they're spooks, and they, these actors and all these, gag orders, and you can't, you know what I mean? I feel like there's just so much of that swirling around us that it's, they're real people who are living in their own, like, secret service spy, drama world, where they're not going to tell anybody anything because they feel like they're special or something like that. And there's just got to be tons of people out there like that, man.
And would you give up? If you tell people, let's get real, there is a consequence. Yeah, it's called jail time and a fine, and you lose your house, you lose your whole life. Why the fuck lose that lifestyle?
Why would you risk losing your lifestyle? Well, that's the only reason why you did it anyway. That's the only reason why you wanted to do this, was to have a better lifestyle. And if that's what they're going to take from you, then, you're going to toe the line, dude. And so,
yes, you are. Who would give that up? That'd be so dumb. Because I can't take it anymore? No.
No, and especially, even the smartest person, I think they would logically think, like, even if I gave all this up and did this, people wouldn't believe me. It wouldn't go anywhere anyway, and I'd basically you'd have to be a gambler, dude, to take that chance and think that something's going to change, or you're going to make you know what I mean? You're going to make a difference, or somebody's going to hear you out, or you got to really have a lot of faith in that. And, I think that a lot of people will just come to the conclusion, like, even if I said anything or did anything, nothing's going to change. So I'm just going to protect myself,
Wow. So I think a good clue is that Brandon Wolf is the survivor. So perhaps he's the designated reality actor, right? Yeah. Who has to use his own name to make that base with reality. To prove it's, to us especially, to prove he's a real person. So, and who are the two dudes that died?
Did you get that picture that I sent you on your phone?
Oh, let's go get that picture.
Christopher Wan, it's their GoFundMe page, and I really would like us to be able to, maybe we'll post it I don't know where we're going to post this audio, but it will be in the link. The GoFundMe page is in the link below. Click on it, please.
I don't know if I have it.
Did you send it? It's on your phone. I texted it.
Oh, my phone.
Sorry, it wouldn't go through Skype.
No, it's okay. No, what I'll do is I use Skype. I have another Skype account. I use it to, like, send files back and forth. You can send, that's how I'm going to send it maybe. You can send the most giant files through Skype, and it'll take, like, a day, but they'll get there for free.
It'll take a day. They're on their way. There's a delay at the file airport.
I think one time I had like a 4-hour video. I sent
through Skype. Flight, so it's going to be a little bit
delayed. All right, so now go to my phone. Oh, that's the text. Gotcha. Oh, look at that. So those are the two dudes that died? Drew and Juan?
I think that they both did die.
GoFundMe, donate now, $35,000. Oh, that's how much they have, and their goal is $50,000.
That was a couple days ago. So they probably already hit their 50,000 marks. They've been making the rounds. I mean, not gonna lie, I donated half of that, $35,000.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're a good soul, man.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. That's only like $17,000, but I felt like it's the least I could do. I could do so much more.
Right. So are they gay together then, Drew and Juan?
I don't know, okay. They're at a gay club. They're holding each other around the arm. And they're calling each other.
And Brandon Wolf, is it a threesome? I'm just trying to figure this out. Or Brandon Wolf's the friend to the couple, Drew and Juan.
Close your eye minds right now. But yeah, I think they probably were. Come on, it's gay guys. I figure if you're a gay guy, all you want to do is have sex. And so I feel like they're just having sex with that. They're just having sex with everybody, dude. They're putting it in any hole, in every hole, dude. Yeah. So I would
imagine you got a little bit of everything going on.
I'm just saying.
Like the general population.
Oh, well, I just think the gay guys have more sex than anybody on this planet. That's
because you got two willing partners.
Exactly.
Instead of
threesome,
one willing and the other just feeling sad because no one ever gets it anymore.
The threesome, yes, I think that's probably what's going on. My friends, they were friends, and we all know what that means.
Okay, so Juan, because Drew looks like there's a Pakistani and there's an Asian. So who's Drew and who's Juan? But they looks like there's
Drew. It says Drew, huh?
Drew and Juan.
Oh.
Let's look that up. How much money?
Well, that's weird. I thought that, because I was listening to the audio that Ab was playing. Somebody was playing something about Christopher. I thought that was one of her. Oh, some of these stories are so weird. You know, the whole thing about, I saw the text messages. Mom, somebody's shooting in the club at 2 a.m. If I text anybody at 2 a.m, it's my mom. She's not gonna fucking text me back in half a second. I mean, what's going on, dude? All these people are up at 2 a.m. and just, I don't know. I mean, literally within the minute, I don't know. I guess that's plausible, but it just doesn't. I just feel like if it was a dire situation where I wanted to say, Mom, I would just call, dude. I would just call on the phone. I mean,
right? It's like one of them was like, Mom, get here right away. They had I was watching
why would you text that, right? Why would you text that? The only reason why that'd be in text is so that there's it's like a paper trail for them to show us. If it was an audio call, we would never be able to hear about it or hear the conversation. So they have to put it in text so that we can see it and be like, here, this is proof that this happened. That's like so suspicious, dude, because it's so awkward and odd.
Right? The funny thing is, her arm was shot. She's like, Mom, my arm was shot. You're still texting?
Right, exactly.
Call her, for God's sake. Just, it's one button.
Kate, you know that's funny? Kate, you know what? When I crashed my car on the freeway at 70 miles an hour on May 25th, I wanted to videotape my car and the state of it and all the drama going on, but I thought to myself, like, my foot was hurting, first of all, and I thought to myself, how weird and how rude and, like, disrespectful and out of touch with this world would that be to, like, whip out a phone and start, I know it's kind of off topic, but still, though, I don't know, just to pull out your phone and start, it just seems so, it's like, I want to pay attention to what's going on in the situation right now. My phone it's inappropriate and it's irrelevant right now, do you know what I mean? And, like, that's why I didn't have any pictures of the car. I only had pictures of it when it was in the tow yard, not up against the wall on the freeway, where I thought that would be really cool, but then I was like, do you know what I mean? It's like when something's serious happening, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, what kind of lunatic is going to be running up with this video camera? Go, what's going on?
Or just all on their phone when there's a serious situation going on right around you. I just can't imagine.
Be helping, right?
Yeah, you would be trying to be aware, 100% aware of everything and not want to be distracted by anything. So I just find that odd, but that's just a personal, observation. So.
Right. That's so true.
And I haven't been in very many situations like that, but I mean, it also, even when, I mean, I could give claim to why there's probably not a lot of video of things going on, but it's like, even when I've seen things happen, I can't get my camera out fast enough to freaking film the thing, So it's just having a phone in a hectic situation is more of a burden than anything helping you. Like a call, and then that's it, dude. We're not on the phone. We're not researching anything. We're handling the situation. So all these text messaging and all that stuff, it's just weird. It's weird. Drunk people make calls too. Drunk people do drunk calls.
Yeah, no one was drunk. What's going on? Mm-hmm. Why weren't they drunk?
And it's a gay bar. It's a gay club. They should all be on they should be doing Molly, maybe a little bit of it. They should be doing lots of cocaine. Maybe, maybe that's why everybody was up. I don't know.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I mean, you want pictures, but you want proof. So we're always saying, where's the video? Someone would have taken a video, but
no, but not in something that's that hectic of a situation. Nobody can be that calm. Everybody's worried about what's going on. I think it'd be more of the rare person that's going to pull out their camera and video and start filming something like that. It's just, it doesn't seem appropriate. I mean, I slammed my car into a wall, and it was my fault, and I didn't hit anybody. I was the only one hurt, but it didn't even seem appropriate for me to do it at that time, So I can't imagine when people are dying around you or anything going on that's happening to other people. It seems out of place,
No, I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago, I was in a casino shooting at the Galaxy nightclub at the Muckleshoot Casino. So I was there with the bachelorette party, and I guess this Mexican dude, he had been estranged from his wife. She was this white woman. I'm just saying just to set the stage, and she's rather large too.
She's racist. Oh, see?
So, but
that is what you just set the stage for. Go ahead. You just set the stage for racism, but go ahead, Kay.
But it was interesting, right? So he was fine. We found out later, he got laid off from his job. I mean, he divorced her, and he was sad. He was quite destitute, but then he got laid off from his job and that kind of tip thing. But it'd been 5 years since she left him. So one night he shows up at the casino wanting to kill her and her sister, who were there with friends on this special night. He had heard about it, and he's like, "Oh, no, you don't."
That shit happens too.
Right. So he shot both of them, one in the front, one in the back, and they were laying on the... By the time they dropped, after it was only like 3 shots, and then everyone scattered like frickin' birds, man.
Yeah, dude, you set off a firecracker and people were out of there.
Scattered like birds, man. They're out of there. Before I even figured out what was going on, it was empty. Mm-hmm. The frickin' place was empty. I'm like, what the fuck? Some guy's like, get down. And a nice guy, he was, of course, not as quick as the others to figure out what was going on. Mm. He shoved us to the floor. Then the guy finished emptying his clip. Oh. It was emptied with people before he even finished his clip. So what the fuck? This night he's 45 rounds. How many deaths? No fucking way. I was in the exact same scenario.
And that was no reload. But what about multiple reloads? Like, get the fuck out.
How are you gonna reload? Oh, guess what? Okay, so. He emptied his clip.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
He stood there. Okay, he was able to empty his clip. I'll admit that. No one did anything. We were too shocked. Good. However, after that, and the noise stopped because it was like bang, 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 kind of in a row like that.
Yep, everybody knows, dude.
The closest guys to him grabbed him.
Fuck yeah, that's automatic, Kay. I don't care how gay you are, I don't care how many dicks you've had up your ass, dude. Okay? I don't give a damn, dude. Anybody...
During the reload, they would have grabbed him.
He's going down, dude, immediately, dude. Because you know that it's a club, first of all, people are drinking, too. There's some people who just don't give a damn, man. And they're gonna their superhero status is gonna come out real quick, and there's a lot of people who walk around like that who are ready to fucking save the day, dude. And if you put them in a situation where it's serious go time and they feel like their life are in danger or somebody else's life, they're gonna do what needs to happen, you know?
Right. And there's enough trained people in our society. They're going to stop that shit. There's enough trained military, enough trained cops who are off duty having fun on a Friday night that are in the population. They know exactly what to do.
Exactly.
Yep, these two guys who grabbed them were like off duty somehow, you know, were involved in law enforcement.
Right.
But you know, still, I think one of them was just a civilian as well.
Exactly. So. That's what I'm saying. You don't even have to be. But I'm saying the chances that there would be somebody, there's a chance that could happen. You know what I mean? A high chance. But they don't even need to be there for people to just automatically.
Yeah. There's people, you're right. They'll take control no matter what. They're not going to let
they don't care what
harm. Right.
No, dude. Yeah. People like to help. You know, this is kind of a little off topic, but I was thinking about, you know, these politics and all these people, or just rich people in general. You know, Kate, real quick, today I saw a guy walk into Baja Fresh, like the back door, and he put his, I don't know if he saw him or not, he put his hand in a sweater and opened the door to the restaurant and then walked in. Like, he didn't want to touch the door. Like, you know, but you're going to go in there and you're going to eat, but you don't want to touch the door when you're walking in. That's just weird, you know? And so there's these people who, you know, who are just so rich, like these politicians or whatever, and maybe they look down on us, right? And they think of us as scum, this and that. But I'm like, you know what? These people who look down to us, all these rich people, if they fell and had a heart attack in this grocery store, we are the same people who would come. People would drop everything they were doing. They would come and they would tend to that person. It doesn't matter who they are, you know? And so, you know, it's just the good nature of people. They don't care who you are or what's going on. If there's a serious situation happening, people are going to help, dude. You know, people are just going to help you, man. If somebody, you know, when I got into my accident on the freeway, Kay, and slammed my car into the wall, like 3 cars pulled over. I didn't hit anybody. People pulled over and they got out of their car. You know what I'm saying?
That's
people
nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? People, when serious shit's going down, I think that people want to, you know what I mean? They want to make sure people are okay, you know? When I got hit off my bike and I picked up and started riding away, a guy stopped his car too. The guy didn't even hit me and he got out and wondered, you know what I mean? People are nosy, mostly. That's one thing. People are nosy, but also people want to help, you know? And so, you know, in this nightclub shooting and stuff like that, you know, those people, when it's a very intense situation like that, it's going to be so automatic, you know? I mean,
I agree. People would do it for other people before themselves. That's why that wouldn't happen, because they would come to the aid of their fellow,
doesn't matter who you are, dude.
Yeah, club mates. They'd come to their, exactly. It's so true.
Everything gets set aside when things like that, you know, people, that's just how people are. That's why they manipulate us in these situations with 9/11 and all this stuff, because people don't want people to get, they know that we're like that, you know? You don't want, you know, to see people get, you just can't just walk away or something like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people just don't do that, you know? I mean, there's a lot of people that do, but there's, even within a lot of people that do it, there's always those people who are just not going to, you're always going to run across somebody who's not going to walk away, who's going to fucking help, you know? Now there's been a situation too, it has to be a serious situation too, I think also, you know, and it also depends on the community too. And I think that's why a lot of, cause you know, in these black communities, I say black, like I'm not black, but in, you know, a lot of different communities, like somebody gets shot in the middle of the street on the road, people don't say anything. They walk around, they just walk into their house, close their doors, and act like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? That's sad.
I think that's a separate situation, though.
Right,
you know, given the opportunity to help, if they knew they could help, they'd help.
Or they want, but they're choosing. It's because, there's a different mindset.
This is a helpless situation. Yeah, it's a different mindset. The poverty mindset is just devastating.
They're scared. You know, there's a lot of different things going on. But I'm saying that, you know, anyway.
They're trained to do that, by the way.
They're trained. They have to be trained to do that specifically. You know, naturally, people help and do the right thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But that's, wow. I mean, wow. Absorbing information.
Hi, Fran. I need to calm down.
No, that's good stuff. It does, but you know, you're right. They use that against us. They use our compassion against us, and they try. And I think a biggie, like whenever you see a video, like, I think that, all these psyops, their general themes are to get people to go against their nature.
Absolutely. I think that that's what all the programming is and to go against your nature, I think too, but it's judo. Like I said, it's like they take our strengths and they turn it around. It's our weakness now. You know what I mean? Oh. This is our strongest point, is that we're compassionate, we love, we care. And so they're going to use that. It's the art of war. That's our weakness. Now we have to guard that. And so,
Art of War, man, that's good. This really is Art of War. It's all about deception, it's not about brute strength. There's never going to be boots on the ground, people. It's never going to happen. They don't need to do that. They don't need to put us in camps. We're already in one. Yeah. Don't you think?
I'm pretty sure we are, yeah.
So you said they actually made what?
I'm sorry, they actually made...
Oh, you were going to say they made...
Damn it. Weed in Oregon is legal, everyone. And I indulge in a lot of it. This is a problem. I lose half the conversation sometimes. They made it. Now I'm curious what I was talking about. Oh, by the way, everyone, I have no idea what I'm talking about, ever.
That's the disclaimer, people.
Yeah, and that's halfway into this, so...
All right, so what we're figuring out is the survivors in the footage, or the people in front of the camera talking about the hoaxes or the things that just happened, the media events, are most likely, or can be, real human beings. But we're calling them reality. I mean, everyone. Oh, Candy. That can be Oregon.
He's
from Canby. And the name even sounds set up. He can be gay.
Can be. You can be too.
From Canby.
You can be too.
But I like that idea. Reality act. What did you say? Reality actors? Can we say that? Is that a new term, or is that used? Reality star actors? People in reality TV shows?
Ooh, just actors.
Just actors. Want to be actors. This is the best gig they could get, man. This is it.
Well, it's like film noir or something like that. It's a different genre of style. It's a different style of television, a different style of TV. And that's what I think that this news and stuff is. I think that that's what reality TV is. I think that that's what YouTube is. They're all different forms and different styles of dramatization. And the more they get into it, the more realistic it's supposed to look. And it's supposed to imitate us and everything. And I just think that it's mistaken as real because it's supposed to be, and it's just a different form. It's just a different form of film style. It's a different film style.
Ooh, let's give it a genre name.
Man, I want to find their genre name because they have to have one.
Right.
There has to be one because there's so much of it, and there's I don't know, what would you call it?
Reality TV. You called it before, but it's like a splinter off of.
It is a splinter. It's a deeper. It's like a deeper. It's like a deeper category. It's like a subcategory of reality TV.
Yes, because this guy was on actual reality TV with the Candy Factory, so they are definitely connected. And this is the This is the subgenre of that called the news.
Right. Of reality TV of something. Yeah. And I think that all of these things, these different genres, these subcategories, are all possibly playing out a script parallel to each other. You know what I mean? Where there's different. I could draw it, but I can't articulate it. Where it's
right. They are parallel scripts, aren't they?
Wow. Stories that draw. That, a lot that just, they follow their own storyline, but they're all in line with, I don't know, I can't explain it.
But it's like they lose their personal persona now because their actual name is now the actor making stuff up and lying about it professionally.
I could imagine that these people have a hard time figuring out who they are, and they probably do venture into nightclubs and drink quite often as I do.
Right. Yeah.
Because, you know, I heard that, I've heard before that actors and stuff like that have, like, psychological problems, like, you know, like, almost like split person, like, they probably just, how do you know who you are if you're always investigating who somebody else is and what they're doing? And that's the same, that's about Facebook. That's what I think about Facebook. Everybody's looking at everybody else and what they're doing, and they're all in everybody else's stuff. Like, how can you even know who you are, or ever figure out who you are or what you're doing if you're always in somebody else's mindset rather than just trying to be in your own, you know? So as an actor, and you're always trying to play roles, when do you have the time to just, you know, be yourself? It must be really hard to separate that, you know? It must be really hard to, like, just be a genuine person, you know?
Figure out who you are.
Yeah, and just be yourself consistently rather than trying to incorporate all these other personalities and these, I don't know. I've kind of thought about it, but it's got to be psychologically taxing. That's probably why they get paid a lot. I mean,
right, to really get into it.
Yeah, to really get into it. Yeah, because you can do a really good job if you really get into it, but you got to get into it. And you're really changing, you're completely altered, you're in a completely different state of mind. It might as well be drugs, dude. And, you know, so yeah. You
know, I think it's like in my brain, I've made two categories of actors. I've made the CIA actors, and then the actors who don't know they're CIA, but they still work for the script, you know, they're still toting the party line. For the CIA actors, they're super stable because it's just a fucking job. Right? And these are like all the stable actors you could think of, like Robert Redford and, you know, there's a couple other ones. But I think like him too, like any big star, I think Angelina Jolie, I think any big, they're only there because they're trusted and they're CIA.
Oh yeah, definitely. Those, I think so too. CIA, yeah, who knows what's going on with all, they have some, deeper connections, let's say, than probably.
Yeah.
Never, just for certain. There's just no way. There's just no way. There's just absolutely no way. I'm sorry.
I think the whole of the media, it was propaganda from the get-go. It was meant to convince you of something from the very beginning. Every show, every word in every show. It's not entertainment.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's the thing you think is entertainment. That's the commercial.
That's exactly.
Seriously, it's all a commercial. It's the propaganda meant to convince you of a certain way of thinking.
Well, and so it's like, so from our perspective, we're like, well, they gave this to us and we like it. They gave this to us because we like it. It's for our benefit. It's like, no. This is the only way that you're going to absorb this information. They have to it's from their perspective. It's like, well, how are we going to give this to them so how they're going to like it? It's not, we're giving this to them because they like it and they want to have fun with it. It's like, we need to give this to them in a manner that they're going to accept and take. You know what I'm saying? So that's why things seem so fun and entertaining and like, wow, this is a blast because, you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? So, so they're going to give it to you in a wonderful package that you're going to just eat up, dude. You know, of course it looks good, feels good, tastes good. You know what I'm saying?
Because that way you'll take it. You're
not going to take it either way. Yeah.
You know the movie Battleship? Have you seen that one?
New or old?
It's the new one. It's where an alien vessel plops down right in the middle of war games between like Asia and the United States and a few other countries. And so then the ships have to do this clever thing with each other to get around the alien. But anyway, the whole thing was paid for by the freaking Navy or whatever. The whole movie, it was a commercial for recruiting.
Right, exactly. You're a hero, don't you want to? Everything is like that. I don't even want to get into that case. It's so sick, isn't it? And it's like, that's everything. By the time you're done watching it, some things I get like, oh, this is the whole fucking point. Is you wanted to advertise frickin' Sprite. or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it just seems, it's like, this is so stupid, dude. Like, you're almost like into this, and then you're like, oh, that was a complete, like, advertisement for, just time and time again. I see, the military advertisements going on everywhere, though. They have the most,
But that's one blatant example, right? The rest are so subtle you don't even know it.
Right,
it's
exactly.
to convince you, you know, like fluoride is good for your teeth, shit like that, and it's like
anything, right?
Yeah, anything
and everything. Yeah. The tactic works for like so many different stratus of your life, basically.
And they can think that the TV stations, it's just all for sale. That's why you get into the TV business, because every sentence, every story you play is for sale.
Did you say business, Kay? TV business?
The TV business, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get into TV business. You want to, you know, you own a station, a TV station or a radio station. You decide what gets to be played, and it all makes money. Everything generates money. That's the good part of it. You're getting paid people pay you for what story you write. You think they don't, but they do. Everything's paid for. So it's not honest to goodness news.
No.
It's every news you hear is being backed by a sponsor. So why don't we ask who the fuck is sponsoring this and why?
Who cares, Kay?
Okay,
you know, the military advertisement thing, there's that movie 13 Hours. I think that's about the big guy. I've only read the synopsis. I think it's on Netflix too. That's being heavily advertised. I was at the gas station, and, you know, they make you pay inside with cash because you're a bad person, and they say that it's because they want you to get out of your car and potentially buy something inside. So that's why they make you get out of your car now to pay with cash. So you enter the store. But anyway, there was a movie. They have these movies at this particular gas station here. They have like they have movies and stuff like that, and then they had one movie on the counter, like, you know, a little stack of them. So it's like the impulse buy, but it was like a movie sitting right there, and it was 13 Hours. And I was just like, what?
Oh, shit.
And I asked the lady, I said, who put that there? I was like, she's like, oh, they tell us to put that there. I was like, wait, and I questioned her at length, as long as I could, like, so they tell you what movie to put up here at front. She's like, oh yeah, the last one before this was, I can't remember what she said, but it was like, oh wow. But, you know, that's the movie that they tell them to put up there as the advertising when people are checking out. They want people to see that 13 Hours movie sitting up there at the counter. So if anybody's seen that anywhere else at any gas stations, you know, I know it's kind of rare to have this is kind of it's out in Troutdale. There's this little, that semi-trucks go through there. This is by the Troutdale airport. So they have like it's like a little travel station kind of gas station. Mm-hmm. So they got a lot of weird stuff in there, you know, and movies is one of the things. So yeah. But if anybody sees that, you know, that'd be interesting.
13 Hours, made in 2016. The Secret: Soldiers of Benghazi. During an attack on a U.S. compound in Libya, a security team struggles to make sense out of the chaos.
Thank you.
Directed by Michael Bay. Oh, CIA. Oh.
It's Zero Dark 30 #2. Yeah, it's like, I would never want to watch anything like that, but maybe some 13-year-old boy will, and will fucking love that. Or, I don't know, guys in the military who used to be in the military who hold on to that glory with, like, everything they have.
Right.
Thank you for reading.
4 men have outlasted.
Oh, no! Oh, okay. You're brave.
I'm gotta mute. That's just the freaking commercial they're gonna make me watch. Okay, I gotta let that play.
The show is the commercial that you're looking through, Kay.
That's right. Well, the thing is, you know, I know people in the military, and they are not allowed ever to talk about missions, ever. They're not allowed. So the fact that these missions are talked about proves they're fucking fake. So. All right, I'm going to play a little bit of it.
Okay.
Oh, where's the... Go back. Paramount Pictures. Mosques burning tires to protect covert CIA bases. Guys with guns, trucks.
I can't do that.
Sweaty soldiers. The CIA employs ex-special forces. Oh, it's the guy from the guy from The Office. You know, the cute one, Jim, who married Pam.
Did he have the little bowl cut?
No, he's got a big old manly mustache.
Oh, I didn't really watch that show, so I wouldn't be able to. But I thought that he was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just talking while you're talking. Go ahead.
Oh no, I do that. No, I don't. I don't know the characters from The Office, is what I was saying. Jim, the cute one.
Yeah, he finally married Pam.
Did he?
So yeah, in the show, that's obviously reality. I don't know what. Did he tell Pam he's going to Libya? What's going on here?
Yeah. Shit. I hope she's not mad at him.
She gets fat really easy, we noticed.
I'd be pissed if my man just hopped up and went to Libya and didn't tell me.
And fought in Benghazi. What the hell, man?
You went to Libya and fought in Benghazi?
Didn't even tell me.
I was trying to figure out what was for dinner that night.
He plays a CIA agent in Benghazi. So he's probably CIA.
He's playing a CIA agent, yeah. So here we go.
He's playing himself. Oh.
Right.
All right. The CIA employs forces, guns.
Hey everybody, this is Jack Silva, who trained SEALs at Coronado, so he knows the drill.
That's kind of racist. Sweaty Libyan hotel. So sweat and Libyan.
We are overrun.
The U.S. ambassador, you gotta send us.
We're not even supposed to be here.
Yeah, it's crazy. Really, that's really what happened. Because we have top security clearance. You know, don't tell anyone. But this is really what happened in Benghazi. Only top secure people can do that. So to go see the movie, you got to get your security clearance.
Right. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone. Sign the waiver. I'll see the movie, but I promise not to tell what happened in Benghazi because I know it's top secret military.
Oh, we'll just leave out really important parts, like the fact that you were never there, you know. So we're not really telling them anything.
Right. I had a whole feeling that, like a lot of these affairs, I don't know. All right. Well, let's go forward. So that's interesting. 13 hours.
13 hours, yeah. So, yeah, that got us off on a little tangent. But, yeah, they'll intentionally placed on the counter for us to see is what the whole point of it was. Intentionally. Yay, hooray for the Army? Is that what, an Army movie? Or hooray for the military in general?
Right. So what do you do if you're the military and there's no more enemies? What do you do? I mean, what does every country do when they finally decide to get along? Now they're missing all those war dollars.
Fucking have paintball wars. What are you talking about?
Right.
Paintball wars in the fields.
I like science fiction, and one science fiction book is they built these robots to fight each other. Like armies of robots so that the economy could keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
So then you had all these soldiers. But I think the same idea is what we're having, but instead of robots, they're virtual.
Mm-hmm.
They're virtual wars. I don't know.
Well, there's movies about that too, about them fighting, and you know they just go and enter into a database or whatever and fight there.
Right.
I mean, it's really. I mean, the results of what. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Just war in general is just so juvenile. It's so like childish to me. I just realized that a long time ago before I even thought about anything. Like that's kind of like pathetic and childish. Like, oh yeah, you don't like me and I don't like you. We're gonna go over and shoot you. And like, it's like we can't even act like that in real life, dude. So, but like, it's not okay for us to fight each other on the street, but it's okay for like whole countries to go to war and like kill each other in fields. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, that's weird, dude. Like,
right, but you know what? It's the mentality that they have to put forth, so people will do it, because there's people with that mentality. But, what are wars in the first place? I think the bigger picture of war is a land grab, really.
I think that it's the movement of people.
And right? You got to move people
moving people, the shuffling of people.
Yeah.
It's moving. That's how you move the chessboard. That's how you move the pieces on the chessboard, is with war and amongst other things. But I think that war really gets those pieces moving around.
Right. So why do we put up with that bullshit? I mean, can't we recognize it's childish and call them on their bullshit and go, no, what's really going on? But God, people fall for the emotionalism. It's like crazy.
Maybe the chessboard would be too stagnant and would never move if these things didn't happen at all.
Gotta move society along.
That's the economy, and I think that if we really sat here and thought about as much as we could with the backgrounds that we have, I mean, I don't have any like economic background or anything, but if we thought about how deep the war industry goes and penetrates our economy, if war and things weren't happening, how stagnant, what would come to a halt really, 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 you know? And I think it probably would be more eye-opening if we really sat and thought about this. This is my prediction, is that it'd be really eye-opening. Like, yes, for things to operate as they do in this manner that they do, it's a necessity that would have to be replaced with something else, I think, more certainly, as far as the economy goes, I'd imagine.
That's the thing, right? What could that replacement even look like?
What would it look like? Yeah, I'm sure they have an idea. Or it'd be something that we'd have to just think about. You'd have to think tank something like that, you know. And
bartering's pretty cool. My brother does a lot of. I should do audios with him because he's pretty clever. Like he designed this community garden and this super easy way. He calls them long rows, but it's just so easy to take care of. It's like all the work is up front.
Oh,
you know, I mean, I think people would barter for stuff. I think it's the natural way to go, and I think big organizations get in the way of that.
My God. Kay, I'm listening to everything you're saying, but I just got a text from my friend, and I just realized what it meant. She sent me, Happy Pride Weekend. It's Pride Weekend.
This weekend?
This weekend is Pride Weekend. Yeah.
Oh, now the gays got something to uncelebrate.
Isn't this?
No, their weekend is just marred. It's ruined now.
No, it's not ruined. Are you kidding me? It's made. They just made this Pride Weekend. They just made this holiday for them. They just made this. All the attention centered on them. It came out just at the right time, just like everything else happens, just at the right time. Like the Bray Taylor, again, I think we've ever really talked about this. Bray Taylor, a YouTube teen star who died of a heart disease, died on October 1st, the day of the heart disease. October is the heart disease, that specific disease that died from. It's the awareness month. So just now, the shooting happening, all this stuff, this is now the awareness time for this, and it's happening just at the correct, perfect time. Just like, you know, people say that these gun things happen just when the gun bill's about to, you know, get voted on or something like that. So everything's happening perfectly, in my opinion.
Right? We got to look at the manufacturing date of the T-shirts that have been printed for this. that reference the Orlando massacre. I'm gonna be on that. That might prove something. But you're right. No, the timing is absolutely ridiculous. It's like, obviously, how can it not be a planned event?
It's ridiculous.
And you know what? I think they are filmed ahead. It's a film. They're filmed ahead. You know, you're not gonna. It's a commercial. I mean, really, what are these things? These hoaxes. They're commercials for legislation or something like this. They have a purpose. So would you film your commercial on the day it airs? No. If you want it to be perfect, you're going to make sure it's filmed way ahead when you have the release date.
Okay, can you let me answer the questions when you ask them, please?
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. No, of course not. That's why I think they're just commercials, and that I think, like, no one died, and one of the proofs of that is, well, no, I got no proof of that, but
we got no proof of that.
No proof of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
trying to. How would we prove no one died? I guess look up these two killers, Drew, and they were soulmates. Did you know?
They're not killers yet.
I'm sorry, the ones that got killed.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
Brandon,
think it's so. Yeah, it's so funny how they. I always catch, like, sometimes I watch some of these murder shows and everything. They really talk about, like, and then he covered his eyes and stuff like that. You're talking about somebody that died in a one-on-one situation. You were not there. How do you even know all these detailed, intimate pieces of information about the scenario situation? Like, it's so dramatized. There's so much information that's like, how do you even know that? Like, how do they know that, what are they saying about the shooter? He was secretly gay and, I don't know, just all these, I don't know, just random things. You're like, how is that even possible that they would even fucking know that when it's just...
Okay, this is gonna freak you the shit out. Okay. Have you been watching that video of that lady, Lynolyn? And she's the old lady, not too old. She was like, I tried to call and then he wasn't there. Ab posted a couple of those.
Yeah. I listened to it. I listened to that. I didn't watch
that
it.
Lady, right?
Yes, and I heard Christopher, that's what I was saying. And then she was saying Brandon, her friend. I was like, here we go, dude. So, yeah.
So she is related to this story. Listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
They were soulmates. Friends and family said. Devoted partners who'd been planning on getting married someday. But instead of the wedding day they'd hoped for, Juan Ramon Guerrero and Christopher Drew Lynolyn will be remembered together at the joint funeral service. So these are Brian Wolf's. Brian Wolf says he knows.
Brandon Wolf. These two guys. Yep, his friends. He was in the back and they died.
So Brandon Wolf is the actor dude, reality star who's playing himself. We have confirmation of that. And he's going around in front of the TV screen lamenting the death of Drew and Juan.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. And his family and the family members are there to back his story up. Now, as hard as it is to plan a funeral, I'd imagine, to plan two of them together, and that's just so dramatic, and that must just be really, you have to get two families together now to plan that's...
Well, they got a good reason, see?
That's almost unheard of, I would say, right? Is it or no?
Once in a while they do it.
Once in a while, okay.
I've been to a couple.
Okay, all right. I'll shut up.
Guerrero's family told Time magazine that they wanted the couple to be side by side when loved ones bid them farewell.
We'll delete that part that I said.
No, but, it's true. I mean, it's true. They're in their own hurting, but because this is such a good story,
why not make it better?
You can't bust love up, even in death, you see.
You can't. You see, it never dies.
It never dies. And then, let's see, Guerrero's father says, I think my son wanted to do that. And he shares the same name as his son. He told Time magazine through tears. Oh, now they're crying in text, but not on video, huh?
Well, we can clearly see the tears in that text there, Kay. All right? There's no denying it now.
Here. The dad cried through his tears. Right there it says it.
Wait, what is it? He cried through his
tears? Yeah, so see, we know they cry now.
It happened.
What the heck? Because they don't... That mother, by the way, Lynolyn, she did not shed... Okay, so in one video, there was some water by her glasses, but after she put her hand up there...
After she put her... Right.
So she's probably squirting something on him.
It's not...
So Guerrero, he was 22. Peter Pants. Lynolyn was 32.
He was 22?
Guerrero.
Was 22 and 32?
Juan was 32 and Drew was... Juan was 22, Drew was 32.
Oh, man. Freaking... Jesus.
There's Christmas pictures But your friend Brandon Wolf isn't in any of them with Drew and Juan. I thought he was her friend.
Brandon has his own family here in Canby, Oregon, okay?
Look, everyone's in on it, okay? Time Magazine's in on this farce.
Yeah.
You know, in an emotional interview with ABC News on Sunday, Lionel's mom, Christine Lionel, said she spoke to her son on Saturday evening. Okay, so now ABC's in on this farce. They're all freaking in on it. They're all in on it. I'm sorry. Wow, this is crazy.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of pictures.
Oh, man.
So, did you look up the two dudes?
No, okay, you know, I can only, once I get a inkling of what's going on, I shut down, dude. And then I completely shut down because I can only take so much. I know what I'm gonna find, but I'm still always I still can't believe it. I'm always blown away when I hear more, you know. I just casually, asking Joel, what does your friend do? I think he goes to some advertising or marketing thing out there. It's just like, you know, I shouldn't even ask that question. Do you know what I mean? I should not have even asked that question to him, so.
That is crazy.
He doesn't know what you
uncovered. That's just crazy.
He doesn't know what I'm getting at. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just answering casually. Normally, he's excited. You know what I mean? I left the bar. He walked over to my table and showed me, you know what I mean, the video because I was going on like, come on, tell me his name. You know what I mean? I can't find him. He walked over and showed me the video and stuff like that. And then I started asking him more questions, you know.
Very good detective work.
Yeah.
Not letting him get away with it.
Yeah, and I almost did, okay? It took me, you know, it was a 10-15. I Snapchatted you some of him sitting at the bar there to the right. But, you know, 10-15 minutes, you know, of me kind of like just thinking about him, just like, what's his name then? Tell me his name, you know?
But you also uncovered some psychology behind people who claim they know famous people.
Well, yeah, and I had thought of, and that's why you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. People who claim to know famous people, exactly. Yeah, you know, it's like, oh, you know him. Oh, you know him. Oh, you went to school. Oh, you were a year ahead of him. You've probably seen him get into his car before and gave him a head. You know, you know him, right? You've never like hung out with him, or yeah. That's how people make claims though about things. I think people do it all the time. I bet you a lot of these movie stars and rappers have a lot of people like that. Oh yeah, I went to school with them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, even if they don't claim to know that person, just I guess just say I went to the same college as this guy is like something really cool. You know what I mean? Like it's like a point for you. Like, oh, this is the school that Snoopy, the guy that made Snoopy went to. Like, I don't know. Just.
Oh, I've even heard we wrestled in the same league.
Right, you know what I mean? Yeah,
we wrestled in the same league. I know him.
Like, okay, exactly. You know,
oh, that's pretty
stuff
far
like
off.
that. So yeah, when people say things like that, I feel like it's good to start and you know, and do it in a manner where they're not going to get uncomfortable because now what they start to realize is that they actually don't know. That's what you're like. Oh, so you don't know him? That's what we're getting down to it, Joel. So you don't know him? You didn't? Did you talk to him, Joel? Oh, you didn't talk to him. You put it on Facebook for everybody. Okay. And he's your friend. Why? Probably because you guys both listed yourself as residents of Canby High School in the past, and then now you guys are friends now on Facebook, and now you get to see.
Right. You probably wouldn't even remember him had he not done that.
Exactly. It's a great networking thing. I think that's probably one of the reasons why Facebook is out there. You know, and Twitter.
Right. Stuff. Here's real life people.
Real
it's
people.
On Facebook.
You went to school with. Yeah, exactly.
How perfect. Look at that. Yeah. They're anchoring all this shit. It's got everything, all this fantasy we live in called government and media. They anchor so well to reality. It's frustrating.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to figure out. And so then you just stop trying to figure it out for a while. And then maybe you'll figure it out.
Right. Each time I uncover a new paradigm, it takes my brain a while I think it's just a little bit traumatizing. Because you're like, what the fuck? What I knew was like that, but it's like that. It's crazy. You have to have time to you need quiet time.
You need a lot of quiet time to be able to think and use your own brain and your own logic and reasoning and try and work that out with yourself, you know. I think that's important to just becoming like a real person, like a genuine person, you know. You can't always have your thoughts in your head filled with other people's thoughts. You need your own thoughts. You need to be comfortable with those, and you need to, you know, deal with things like in your head, like alone by yourself. And you know, you also need, and that means shutting out podcasts, shutting out listening to other people and things that they say. You know, it's good to gather information and then tussle it around and figure it out for yourself. Do what you want with the information that you gathered. Don't just consume it, you know. Because just like anything, like any digital thing or whatever, like, you know, like a compass or something like that or something, you know, sometimes you gotta recalibrate things and reset things. And I think that you gotta do that with your brain too, you know, like with your own mindset. Like you have to recalibrate, zero yourself out, reset, and, you know, change your perspective on things and come back and look at the information again with a different perspective. You learn so much. I mean, it's just like watching a movie 3 million times that you've seen. Every time you watch it, you pick up something new, you know? So, I think that's just like information, but you gotta, you know, turn it off and do the other things and then go back and watch it and then you know, pick up new things. So yeah. So shut us off right now. That's what we're saying.
Stop. Damn it.
Stop.
You're doing an anti-commercial.
You're
anti-advertising.
Yeah, I'm too honest to a fault. Honest to a fault.
Or how about after you listen to this?
Yeah, this is the last audio you will listen to for a week. Or how long until we do another audio, okay? Like,
no, I don't know. We just kind of, you know, when the feeling hits us.
I mean, Kay is a giant rock star up in the great state of Washington, so she has, like, no time doing tours and stuff like that, and we're, you know, Hollywood
signing
work.
Autographs, and, you know, avoiding the paparazzi.
So it's hard for me to even get a hold of her, and I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you conversating with me when you have such little time. So yeah, and me, I'm just a peon, but I'm the most unorganized. I'm the most unorganized person in the world, so I can never, like, commit to a time or dates of doing something. It's just like, if I committed to a time and date to sit down and talk to you, I guarantee you, maybe, like, my apartment would catch on fire that day or something. Something happened.
Would happen.
Something would fucking happen, dude. Something always happens, so I'm just like, I don't make plans. I just fucking go with it, dude. I'm spontaneous. When I have time, I have time. Alright? And that's just how I do it because I don't know if I'll ever have time.
Right. Well, I do a little bit of both. I have a calendar, but then I'm also spontaneous. So within that calendar, you do too, right? You go to work, you have your classes, you keep that shit going, right?
That's the only thing that I can keep going. I barely do that. Oh my God. Don't mind me. Oh my God. It's over. It's like next week's the last week of class. We do get a summer break. Just like normal folks, so.
You people are so important. You don't even know your job. You're building the buildings of America that keep this engine running.
Yeah, we're building, but I think that what's going on inside of them is more important. We just gotta put it up there, and I'm just one little ant running around, you know.
Do you ever look at a job and go, that's too big. Nope.
Man, dude, you know, it's just, that's a whole nother comment. The construction is just, it is an industry. Let's say that, you know, and there's just so much that goes by. And the schooling and everything, there's a reason why they pay us to go to school and all the stuff, you know what I mean? They have to, they know that they need a workforce. If they have plans on building this city or building up any city and making, you know what I mean, they have a plan on how they want to make it look like, you know, logistically, they know that they need a certain number of workers that have a certain skill level that are going to be dedicated and, you know what I mean, be there for a certain amount of time. And so that's why things are organized the way they're organized, I think, one of the reasons. So yeah, I am in that, part of society where I'm, you know what I mean, the state needs me as they need me as like, I have a state card, an apprenticeship card. Like I'm numbered, you know what I mean? Like they need to know how many of these people they have working and they need to know, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Yeah. So, if I could ask, when how were you recruited to choose the training you did to have this job?
That's another story too, actually. Because I'm a female. Are you asking because I'm a female, or are you asking because of the industry in general? Like, how would somebody in general get recruited, or?
Yeah, how did you personally?
Okay, it's called organ tradeswoman, and so there's this whole. They've been doing this, I think, probably for maybe 5 to 10 years, probably more than 5 years, maybe 8 years or something, maybe more. I don't know. But it's the state, again, sponsoring. They want a new workforce. And their workforce, they want it to come from women. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this topic of conversation. But basically what they do is they put a training class specifically for women for free. And it's like a little, boot camp thing. You do all kinds of things or whatever for months. You can't be late. You can't miss class or you automatically fail. And you got to get your driver's license. You got to do all these things and get these certifications. And then they prepare you to maybe possibly go and they show you how to apply for apprenticeships. And you get to choose you know what I mean? They take you to certain, we did field trips and stuff like that. And they take us to certain, training bases for certain apprenticeships or whatever trades. And we would check those out and you just kind of okay, I want to do this and I want to do that. And you know what I mean? People just kind of wing it.
It's a guaranteed job program if you participate and get along.
If you are dedicated and you do what you're supposed to do, they'll be able to find you a job. You can get a job. Can you keep the job?
Pretty good statistics.
Yeah, can you keep the job?
Oh. What did you hear? Did you hear anything about your classmates and their abilities?
Oh, no, I think, a lot of girls don't end up, staying in the field and stuff like that, but they're, I think that they're just, all they gotta, it's just like a fork, dude. You scoop over the plate, you're gonna catch something, dude. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's what I was saying. So, honestly, Kay, this job that I'm working at now, the company that I'm working for now, when I was interviewed, he like, oh, you want to see the shop? I was like, yeah, he took me up to the shop and you can see out through a skylight or whatever. And he's just talking to me. He's like, so what do you think about women in the trades? And I was like, honestly, I don't think that women should be, and I don't think that we should be out here. Do you know what I mean? And, I was just saying that, just because you can do it doesn't necessarily mean that you should do it. And, I don't agree with them advertising it, but that's how else are they going to get people? But I don't agree with them advertising it like this organ tradeswoman thing, just sucking up these women and, making a whole, school out of it, basically, and he was, saying, the guy that hired me was, saying, yeah, it's almost like them having a school for guys to do nails. Okay, you can do it, but you don't have to, I don't know.
Right.
It's just...
Well, it kind of sounds like they took, women from the streets who were tough and gave them tough jobs to do. Was that...
No, it was
like it or not?
No. This because for the guys, that's kind of sometimes that's a situation. They have if you've had a record or anything, but for this, no, you can't have a record. You gotta have.
Okay.
So
you got the opposite of how they do it with dudes.
Yeah, definitely. They want you to be you got to get they want you to be on point, basically. So when I had to get certified. Copies of my transcripts and stuff like that. They put you help put a packet together and everything, and because the way you apply for a construction job is different than the way you apply for, probably different than the way you apply for a teacher's job. You probably apply for that differently than you apply for, Safeway or something like that. So,
but you're just skilled labor, so there's a lot of training involved, isn't there?
So they're trying to show you how to organize your training and, when you try to advertise the skills that you have and, your potential to your potential employer. So it
sounds like they're doing their best to get the best applicants.
They are
best workers.
Well, what happens is that the women who do thrive in, obviously there's going to be girls who can do it and they're going to be able to do it better than some guys at some point in their careers, or just as good. And so you are going to capture those women. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that are going to stay. I'm not even saying that I'm one of them, but I mean, I know we've said this before, but it's less about it's just as much about doing the work as it is about getting along with the guys and being able to like be in their world with them, work side by side with them. So those are the people who are going to, you know, some of the girls just like, you know, they're not going to make it. They're not going to, these guys aren't going to work with them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
well, it sounds like your whole crew though, they need to be sharp people. Like you were talking about Joel, how smart he was and how clever. It's like, they want smart people to build our buildings. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, we do, yeah, you know, I mean, for certain trades, yeah. I mean, you know, obviously the electricians, they're going to be smart, right? There's going to be some sheet metal guys that are smart, you know. There's going to be, you hope, yeah. You know, you know, there's going to be, I think in general, the people who thrive in construction, they're smart people. They're good at their job and they're smart and they know what they're doing in their field, you know. I mean, these guys, yeah, you know, we do compound miters and miter cuts and, you know, they know a little bit of, not math from your standard, but a little bit of, you know, we have to do some math with work. So like if you can't do a little bit of math or whatever, or catch on quickly or, you know what I mean, then it's not going to work out for you, you know.
You got to think on your feet.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's more about I think it's not like you got to be really smart. It's more of a common, like a general, like maybe just a point over average intelligence. You know what I mean? Like that's it, you know.
You saw the pattern. Dumbasses didn't see it at all.
So I was checking for, yes, I knew that there was a pattern, dude, and they were just calling them out. Yeah.
So how did they put up the sheeting according to like a schematic? Each one is numbered?
I'll actually send you a couple pictures of, yeah, you know, it's, you know, we have, you know, our blueprints and stuff like that. So, you know, everything's laid out. The architects want it a certain way and we got to build it a certain way and install it the way that they want it. And, you know, yeah, and the engineers and stuff like that. Yeah. So.
Wow. I was at a sheet metal convention in Vegas.
Wow, that's weird.
Sheet Metal Workers of America or something.
Shut up. That is weird. What's that all about?
I don't know. Well, I was just, you know, me and my friend were there at the same time at the GM. What do you call that? MGM. Mm-hmm. They were having it there. So we were at Cleopatra's Barge. It's a love nightclub there at the MGM. And a bunch of the dudes were there. And so we were talking to them about their trade. It was really fun. It's one of the funnest nights I had, talking to my friends from the sheet metal convention.
Now, what kind of sheet metal? HVAC, I'd imagine.
I think they said HVAC systems is what
they
worked with. Mm-hmm. That's different than you?
That's different than that's what I go to school for, and I've done that before, but specifically right now I do architectural. I'm about to send you some pictures. Yeah. Maybe.
I think they're all at the same convention, aren't they?
I
have a separate convention for Architectural Sheet Metal Convention of America.
If it's just called sheet metal, probably not. You know, but they probably have a section for architectural. If they did it all together, they would have an architectural section.
Right. And there's the unions were there. It's pretty cool, though.
Oh, yeah. Where was that at?
Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
Yeah, if you talk to people, you meet so many cool people.
I talk to people.
Just talking, hey, where are you from? As you're dancing to MJ on the dance floor.
I think I sent you something to your phone, but I don't... Did you get it?
Let's see. Not yet. Takes a bit. Because it's got to travel up to that satellite up in the universe and then back down to Earth again. So it takes a while.
Also, let's see if this works. I try to send multiple at a time. You can't do that. Also, yeah, it might be in the, you know.
Did you hear that?
There it is.
Got it. All right. I will describe this for the listening audience.
I will describe this. You're so funny.
The work that Rochelle does with sheet metal. So what looks like wood is actually metal.
That's wood. What you're seeing in the light brown is wood. That's just kind of our but the dark brown there, like those
that's
little.
the metal.
That's metal that we.
That's what you did.
That's what we did. Yes.
Okay, so the building, it's a windowed side, and it's one floor, so half of the wall is wood, and then the other half is windows, and then around the wood, encasing everything, is sheet metal. And that's what you did. Very nice.
We do paint, stuff like this.
So you do what the architect designs on the facing of buildings.
The architect tells you what they want, and then we try and build it to the best. We say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. It's all laid out in blueprints. It's all designed and ready to go. And okay, this is what you want. This is what we're going to do. And and then, you do it, and you have blueprints and stuff like that. And
is that stuff pre-painted, or do you have to paint it?
This isn't painted. It's we don't paint it. It comes. We order the color of the metal, and then we bend the metal to how it needs to be bent, and then we install it.
So, is most facings on buildings then made with sheet metal?
A lot of them are. It'd probably be sheet metal or brick, I'd imagine. Stucco, maybe, but I think that for the most part, it's a lot of glass and sheet metal, the modern style, all this stuff, this downtown stuff. Out in Europe, it seems like it's a lot more brick and stucco and stuff like that on the outer side, you know what I mean? Like, you've been overseas, I never have, but I see pictures and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, there's not really sheet metal on the facing of it, but to do flashing and stuff like that for water runoff and everything, it's going to be sheet metal, like on the parapets and stuff like that. So yeah.
Parapets, yes.
And gutters and stuff. Yes, yes, I know.
Parapets, of course.
Gutters and stuff like that. So yeah, but those are the other.
That is so cool. Who installed the wood, though? Did you guys do the wood? Or did I got a wood guy?
It's the carpenter, yeah. So we work together. We all got to work together and organize our thing, and they talk to us. Like, okay, we're shimming out. Everything's got to be coordinated just to make everything fit. So the wood guys do their wood. We don't touch wood, and we do all of our metal, and we flash around their wood, and they got to install their wood before we can go put our metal on, or vice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the job works. Like, you got to do this so that I can do this.
Wow. Do they have like daily meetings?
Mm-hmm. I'm not involved in them, but they have foreman meetings and stuff like that. They have, for the job sites, they have meetings definitely weekly and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool. That is fun. It's fun to hear you explain that, because I was thinking about how these hoaxes, the bigger the hoax, probably what you see is the last 10%. The previous 90% was all the planning, so of all the energy that went into a media event.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all in the back end, just like building a building.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. By the time you start building, how long do you think?
Oh, dude, don't even get, years. It takes a long time. They can do it really fast. They can fast track it, right? But the planning, before... They know about these things at least a year ahead, the way they build. They know what people are thinking about building. They know what they're talking about building. Oh, they're thinking about opening up a site here. These people are thinking about it years in advance. Like, okay, we got to do this. You know what I mean? First, this building has to be built. Then we can shut this building down, clear that lot, build this building over here. And then they're thinking about this stuff years in advance. Years.
Wow, 10%'s wrong. It's like 1% maybe.
Yeah, maybe 3. Yeah.
3 maybe. So like when the hoax actually gets aired, that's the 3%, and all the stuff that happens after that's probably
1% of it too.
Wow. I think, right? Because the whole planning, of these hoaxes to get everything to work, to get all the actors to do
just to the last minute too. Yeah. Right up to the last minute you gotta, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. And I think they also work into these scripts things for us to find on purpose, so we feel very satisfied with ourselves.
Yes, of course.
Like one of them, did you see the video? I think Ab posted it, where people were carrying a guy who got shot they were across the street from the nightclub and walking towards it. Now, why the hell would you be across the street walking toward it? I mean,
right.
You had to walk away first and then cross the street or cross the street, walk far away, and then come back. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, that shit's... And in the background, you see the pulse symbol. It's just right there. It's made for us to find. I mean, obviously, any quality control guy would spot that and fix it.
Pulse. Dick pulse.
All right. I mean, so this is I think these take so long to make because they have to put these embeds in. They have to put things for you to catch. So, they got to trail. They got to they got to coordinate also with the video makers like PK, and there's a bunch of people like Jeff C. they're the first ones with the videos out. I'm positive they're agents. Positive. Because they're the first ones out and they follow the same party line. All these agents follow the same line of thinking, even though they disagree with each other. That's
and
how I know they're...
When people start getting into the drama of attacking each other and stuff like that,
it's very childish. There's just no point.
It's again, I was talking about the parallel scripts and these parallel, you know what I mean? That's part of, I think that's one of the ongoing scripts is these YouTube people, these personas attacking each other. It's the drama for the show, basically, that it's multi-channel television. So there's multiple channels, but it's still a show that's running on multiple channels that you're viewing from different perspectives. People need to kind of start thinking about things in that way, if that makes any sense at all. But it's a show, and you can watch it on multiple channels from multiple perspectives, but they're all going to tag each other, and they're going to, you know what I mean, they're all going to incorporate each other's ideas and invoke each other's names and stuff like that because they're all in the same show on their own show.
Wow. And we participate in that too.
And it's interactive too. So that's another aspect to it that you're going to have to wrap your head around. That we participate, we interact with these people. And I mean, maybe one day, Kay, maybe we'll get into the YouTube thing because that's one of the things that, I don't know, that I have researched. Maybe that can be our next one, is YouTube. I mean, we can just completely rip into that.
Well, they buy up people. They suck up producers like a vacuum. I mean, if you have any talent at all, you become sponsored quite quickly.
Yes. Yep. So that they can control you.
Someone sent me something about, would I be interested in something? There's even like Chinese corporations who buy out people's videos to make compilation videos to put ads in front of. I mean, this is huge business.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there's lots of money to be had on the internet.
And you've been doing your research on it. Oh man, we haven't even really talked about it at length. But I mean, I think that that should be something in the making for sure. The YouTube thing, that's going to be a multi-part episode.
Right? It's like,
I'm going to have to take notes for that one, okay? I'm going to have to take notes for that one, yeah.
I mean, there are lots of people making lots of shit, but I think they're like...
Because there's a lot of people in this world, so yeah.
Right. A lot of their stuff gets gobbled up.
Yeah.
As product, it's like... But there's also stuff made on purpose that looks like it's spontaneous and people made it.
I think that's the majority of things, too.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I think that's also another aspect is that people do make these things and they have real talent. These people have real talent, but they incorporate things into them that they're told to incorporate. So they're going to kind of use their, their acting skills. They're going to, advertise whatever they need to advertise or say whatever they need to say during their time of, doing whatever the hell they're doing on their YouTube channel, They're going to make sure that they check that check mark off the list, basically. They probably have like a checklist. When I think about it, but it's like, what do you call it when you just do things? I don't know. When actors improv, yeah. So it's improv, basically, improv show with a checklist.
I think there is. Because when they start reading lines, they're so bad at it.
Mm-hmm. You can tell they're acting.
And maybe they're taught. I mean, why not? maybe they're totally taught how to do this improv thing. I'm sure they go to classes. I'm 30, just like you, right? So for your skill, didn't you go to training and classes?
Exactly, dude. You have to. How can you call that a career, or how can you did you go to training and classes for your job, Kay? It's a career, right?
Well, yeah, so, I did lots of it, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. You train for your career, and you do classes, and you try and better. If it's going to be a career, you got to constantly trying to be better at it. So, you're going to be training and doing all kinds of stuff. I imagine that's what these actors and all of them do.
Yeah, clearly, especially if they're going to be making these types. And, they're so probably compartmentalized. No one really understands their full cooperation, what it means.
I don't think so either. No.
But what about Brandon Wolf? What do you think he knows? I mean, clearly, do you think the two boys, Drew and Juan, were his friends for real?
That's they could be just as real as he was. I don't know, because I could play so many different scenarios. I could tell you why they are, and I could tell you why they aren't. And so I don't know, but I think that for him, I just don't know. I play around with too many ideas in my head. I couldn't say either way for sure.
It's confusing, right?
It's meant to be that way, yeah. It's frustrating.
Wow. So if you're like an actor and you're participating in this, do you think they think this is only the ones they participated in are the fake and all the other ones are the real events?
No, I think that you'd have to be a complete moron to hold that. You'd have to be you'd have to be even more compartmentalized, right?
Right? Could that happen? I know. I keep asking myself that. Because that does mean lots of people are in on it.
Yeah, you got to play with all those, scenarios and things to get down to something that maybe makes sense. I mean, we only have a certain amount of information, so obviously, whatever we think is happening, we're just going to be. That's why I hate this, is that we don't have any information, and so it's like you can't come to a conclusion on anything without all the information, because you're probably going to be. It's a high chance that you're going to be wrong. It's like trying to make out what somebody says with only part of the words that they had in the sentence. Like, what are they trying to say? And it's like, if you miss one word, dude, that could change the whole meaning of what they said. So, I mean, this evidence and stuff like that. If I don't have all the information, I can't come to a conclusion about anything and be concrete about it, It's frustrating.
It is, but you got something concrete today. Wow.
Yes, I did.
That's huge. One of them directly related to, and I think you can go to the high school website, right?
Can be.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I've never went to it. I know. I should ask Joel what year he graduated. I think he's older. I think he's probably like 28, 29. I know he has a kid and he's gotten divorced, and I think he might have 3 kids, skinny little guy. I think that, he's probably a little bit older than me, maybe 29, maybe in his 30s. So, he graduated high school a long time ago, so.
Canby School District 86.
Probably tiny, too.
Wow. Our district, our schools, yeah. Oh, Kitty's putting his little stuffed animal by the door to try and get in. That's so cute.
He's trying to shim the door open.
What, get in, Kitty? Canby School District. Wow. Yep, that's a real place. Board of Directors.
K-Ham's, fake kitty.
Yeah, the word on the street is all agents have some sort of pet with them when they...
Digital cat. I already know what you're up to, Kay.
Come on in, baby boy.
So, shall we end recording? Since
I think we solved a big hunk of the mystery today.
I think we told the story. We didn't even mean to go this long.
2 hours. That's not bad. 2 hours, 4 minutes. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So this was great. Eavesdrop was good. We didn't do but you did do a lot of research. It was in your brain, just not on paper. That's good.
It was on my brain. Yeah, we'll call this talk box, rant box.
Rant box.
Rant box. That's all I do. Sometimes I go off on tangents and wins, and then it's like if I stop, I'm gonna lose my point because then I stop and I'm like, oh shit. So, like, let me get this out.
You have to rant, to get the whole thought out. And I apologize for interrupting.
No, thank you for listening though, because it's
like you're like I'm giving it a mental pause. Don't talk yet.
Massage, Kate. Felt good. Yeah.
Right, what I'm thinking is not crazy. I'm not a loony bin. No.
Thank you.
This is fun. Ooh, our second. Can we call it our second episode?
We shall actually.
Or
yes.
Even though it's Eavesdrop.
It's Eavesdrop.
It's just Eavesdrop. Okay, no episode. Just a date.
Yeah, because something happened, and then now we're talking, and we're just jiving, just kind of bouncing everywhere.
Okay, I like that. Good. Okay, just the Eavesdrop. Good. Episode 1. Yeah, you could go back to our talk show.
We kind of had that. We had the idea planned out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun one too. So excellent.
Absolutely.
This is good. I like this. This is fun. Do we get to actually chat now for a while? I'm forcing you to be my friend.
Are we still recording?
Yes.
I want everybody. Did everybody hear that? All right. I'm not doing this willingly. Okay.
All right. So don't hang up yet. We're going to say goodbye on the audio. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'm going to say goodbye. Then you're going to say goodbye. All right. Just that's the flow. Okay.
Okay.
And when it's obvious you're saying goodbye, I'll hit end. See, this is why it's Eavesdrop. You're eavesdropping on our talk about how to produce stuff.
Okay. So we're gonna say goodbye. Shit. I mean, I just say bye.
Bye. I like to wrap it up like, it's June 17th, and I had so much fun. Okay.
Yeah. It's almost June 18th. Kham's wrong. So the day has changed. Can you believe you listened to us so long that the day has turned? Night has become day. Thank you for still being with us. You sat with us through the ranting and raving and the rambling and the bambling. And what's wrong with you? Okay? No, this is the time that we get to chastise the listener. Okay, Ham, go ahead. Can't believe these people are still here listening.
Yes, shame on you for putting up with us.
Shame on you. Absolutely. Give me the mic back. I disrespect you for this, okay?
That's what they get for the Eavesdrop. That's what we do here at Eavesdrop.
Yeah. At the end of every Eavesdrop, there will be verbal abuse, okay? And you're going to sit through it.
Yes, you will. Get ready.
We're fun.
Yes, we are.
Right. Next time. Shall see you next time.